welcome into this week's episode of Play by Play. I am your host, Andy Horton, alongside my co-host, Jared Bergstrom. And, well, Jared, this is episode number 137, and we're going to talk about some NFL, because there's been actually a lot of breaking news going on today specifically, but over the last couple days in general. And we're going to go and talk about some NBA. Operation Destroy the Mavericks, I think, has been completed. With the sad news of Kyrie Irving getting injured, but we'll get into all that and more. Celtics played a couple of big games over the last couple of days. One against the Cavs, which they got up huge. Didn't like to finish in that one, but then they played the Nuggets a couple of days later and kind of came out on the right end of that one. Like I said, we'll talk about all that and more later on. And then we might have some baseball that we get to talk about. We'll see how things happen. And do we have anything really to talk about in college basketball?
No, I was probably just going to preview going into championship week which teams might.
Okay. Well,
talk about the major conferences.
I definitely gotta do a lot of research before tournament time comes because I don't know, man. As much as I love college basketball, there's so much change like year to year now because everyone's in the transfer portal every single year. Like it's hard for me to like get into it quite as much. But gotta get there for tournament time, and trust me, guys, I will. But so I guess we're gonna start off in the NFL. Where exactly do you want to start?
I don't know. It just seems like the last couple days have just been big news after big news. I mean, was it a couple days ago Debo got traded out of San Francisco to Washington? That makes that wide receiver room a little bit scarier now.
Okay, so I guess I might be coming right out of the woodwork with a hot take, but I don't know how much that really helps him. It kind of gives me Diggs to Houston feels. And like, yeah, he's way younger than Diggs and all, but he's also had like a lot of injuries like in his history, and like Debo's a really good player, but I don't know if I don't think that Debo Samuel was like the thing that made that offense like run. And I don't think that he'll have to be there. So like, yes, it will make them a little more dangerous, but how much more dangerous is really the question. Because I mean, like I said, Debo's a really good player, but how much of an effect does he really have on the game? I'm not too sure. Some people might think I'm crazy, but
if he can stay healthy and play a full season, yeah, it'll be tough for the rest of the NFC East with Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin and Brian Robinson.
Yeah, okay. But also let's not forget, a lot of times the sophomore slump has a huge effect. So just because Jaden Daniels, was the greatest rookie ever last year, that doesn't mean that he's going to be, amazing next season. But Debo's only had 1,000-yard season in his career. Like, yeah, I'm not trying to hate on Debo, but I'm just trying to be honest, and he might be like another 1,000-yard guy, and even if he's not, if he's an 900-yard guy, that's still a nice add and makes him a little more dangerous. But
let's see, the Jets released Davante Adams.
So I just think that compounds how bad the whole last year or two has been for them. I mean, they go and they get Aaron Rodgers. He hurts himself, 3 snaps into the season the first time around, and then they go and they trade for his buddy, and now at the end of this season, Aaron is more than likely out the door, and they wouldn't have cut.
They wouldn't have cut Davante if he was going to stay.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and I don't even remember what all they gave up for him. I think it was just like a 4th or a 5th, but it's just like, what are you doing? It's like there's no cohesive plan, and I thought that they cared about Madden ratings. Well, I mean, I haven't played Madden in a long time, but Davante Adams' Madden rating still has to be pretty good.
I would think I haven't played it in a couple of years.
I play college football because Madden hasn't gotten any better in a long time. But, I'm just so confused. If Madden ratings matter, then why wouldn't you have kept him? Sure, he's $20 million, but that's what you got to do to get stars, I guess. I mean, the Jets are just a giant dumpster fire.
And they are, yeah. They're progressively moving that way because, like you said, I mean, when the owner, I don't know if it was the owner or the general manager said, like, he wanted to bench Rodgers like week 6 last year. It's like, so, I mean, Rodgers definitely probably isn't going to come back.
Dude, it's just...
But, I mean, who's going to want what, is he 40? 30, 38
I think
to 40?
he's already 40, yeah.
Okay. I mean, who's going to, I mean, yeah, he was a great quarterback, but, I mean, who's going to want to go out there and get him and then probably have to try to sign Devontae, too, if that's going to be what he wants to come with him.
So he's
as well.
actually 41 already.
Oh.
Yeah. His birthday is in early December. Well,
So he'll be 42 before the season's even finished next year.
yeah. I wouldn't be shocked if someone reaches out and grabs him.
It'd be somewhere. From what I've read, there's a team that I guess was interested in him, and he wouldn't have to move very far.
Oh, would that maybe be the Giants? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
They don't have a quarterback on their roster right now.
Oh, is that the case? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with how they treated Daniel Jones, I wouldn't voluntarily go there as a quarterback. Hey, but who knows? Maybe that's just me.
Let's see. You talked about things on fire in Dallas. What about Seattle? Cut Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf disbanded a trade in the same day?
Within hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I think I texted my dad and my uncle when I got to my work truck. And then by the time I got to my second store today, the Debo thing happened. And I texted him about that. I'm like, what in the world? This is crazy. Yeah, I also texted them and back, and I was like, I wonder if they're going to be reaching back out to Tyler Lockett. Hey Tyler,
sorry we cut you.
You want to come back?
Come back?
We didn't know about this.
No.
That just ooh.
Jacksonville plans to release Kirk.
But just real quick, so obviously they gotta go and get a new. They're gonna have to go and get some guys in the draft. So because they got Jackson Smith and Jigba and
Noah Fant is their tight end.
Yeah, I don't know any
other
wide receiver.
Will Disley.
They might have
that's a
drafted.
tight end.
No, I think they might have drafted one of the Minnesota dudes from a couple years ago. I might be tripping, but
Okay.
no, yeah, because one went to Tampa, and one went to. One was Rashad Bateman. That was the other one.
Just pull up the Seahawks roster and see what it looks like. I mean, obviously it's not going to have, or it'll still have.
Evidently, they have Jake Bobo,
Okay.
Jalen Darden.
Sure. John Rice Plumley. These are players I've never heard of.
So I've heard of Jake Bobo and of Jalen Darden, but not the other guy.
So yeah, so they're going to have to look at wide receivers in the draft or free agency.
Yeah, no, big time. So anyways, what was next?
Christian Kirk getting cut by the Jaguars.
And that one,
That was surprising. He was the one. Was he the one that was suspended for a year for gambling?
no. That was Ridley.
Oh, okay.
And he was in Tennessee last year. It was the year before that he was in Jacksonville.
Oh. I didn't realize they got rid of him.
You know, Christian Kirk, that's kind of shocking. I mean, they did pay him a lot of money, I'm pretty sure. But I think they overpaid him like a little bit, but I thought he played pretty well for him. Like I
think I saw the thing on ESPN said he's only played in 14 games the last 2 years.
Maybe, did he miss most of the season? Because I thought he played a good chunk of the year before. Yeah, because he had 57 catches 2 years ago. He played in 12 games, and then he played in 8 games last year.
Mm.
And he had almost 800 yards in those 12 games. He was having a good season. And I remember when he got hurt because I had money on him. I think I needed him to get 40 yards on the game, and he had like 38.
Oh.
I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It was in the first quarter too. He was having a good game.
That sucks even more.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Bengals news, they tagged Higgins again for the second year in a row.
And so I've heard conflicting reports. The Bengals are saying that they're still working on a deal, trying to make it long term and not just a franchise. And then there's some people around the league that think that it might be a tag and trade type situation. So I don't know. We'll see. I think if it's a tag and trade, you got to get better than a third. Which I don't know if you'd get that, but you get a third round compensatory when if you just let him walk. So, why would you give him up for less? And to be fair, that would be at the end of the third round. So if you get a mid to high third, then maybe you do it. But definitely got to get something like that in return. And then also, the Bengals cut Alex Kappa the other day.
I saw that.
Saving about $10 million a year, I think. And then earlier today, I don't know if you saw, but Sam Hubbard retired.
Well, I saw it trending on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh, are they really going to cut a hometown kid?" Because I didn't get a notification that he announced his retirement or anything until I clicked on it because I saw his name was trending, and then I saw he retired. I was like, "Oh."
So yeah, I think he didn't want to play for anybody else, and so with the rumor circulating that the Bengals were looking at maybe cutting him, he was just like, all right, well, I think he made about $35-ish million in 7 years. Doesn't have any significant injuries, He's not even 30 years old yet. Getting out, good for him. I was always a huge Sam Hubbard fan. He frustrated me at times because he wasn't always the most productive dude, but one of my favorite Buckeyes. He was always fun. The rumble in the jungle you will never forget that, Sam. So huge shout out to you. We appreciate that, and it's been a fun ride, man. Too bad we didn't get that Super Bowl for you.
From Ohio State, Cincinnati's own Sam Hubbard.
Seeing that 513 number pop up on draft day was incredible, and just to get an opportunity to represent the city of Cincinnati, to do it for the pro team in this city is a dream come true.
On 3rd and goal from the 9, Mahomes catches the shotgun snap, retreats back to the 25, loses the ball.
Who else? The local legend, Sam Hubbard.
This is Hubbard for 6. Holy Toledo! Brought down by Sam Hubbard. It's a safety.
Yeah, nice.
Sam Hubbard tackles the king in the end zone. Picked off by Sam Hubbard.
Nice.
Bengals have been a big part of my life since I was little. All I want is just to be successful here, to bring some wins to Cincinnati, go to the playoffs, do big things for the city that raised me and made me who I am.
A quarter to decide who moves on. All even at 17.
3rd down and goal from the 1. Huntley sticks the ball out. The Bengals have the ball.
Baby.
They are running it back. Sam Hubbard.
The Cincinnati Kid, he will score!
I remember just sitting in my locker. Coach Taylor walked up to me and says, "You realize they're saying that's the greatest play in Bengals history." And I'll never forget that moment.
Burrow fakes a handoff, throws a pass. Sam Hubbard with the catch. Touchdown! The first catch of his NFL career.
The guy that's missed so much in this locker room goes out there on offense, catches a corner route for his first career receiving touchdown. Sam Hubbard.
I know Cincinnati in and out. It knows me. It's watched me my whole career. I just love the people here.
You take your football career, the on-the-field play are such a small part of it, and it's such a short time period. There's so much more to it, your lasting legacy, what you do for the people around you, how you're remembered, the lasting impact you leave in the community. I think that all plays a part into what it means to be a football player at the highest level.
Like you said, he's literally a hometown kid, won 2 state championships with Moeller. There you go. So, and played for his hometown team.
Yeah.
And okay. Well, we're done here. All right. See you guys.
Yep. I'm gonna live out the rest of my life, and hopefully don't have. Sometimes they have injuries.
He's
getting legs. So yeah.
No, he played almost every single game of his career. He looks like he missed 3 games last year and maybe 2 the year before, but no, remarkably consistent. Never missed more than 3 games in any season. So go Sam Hubbard.
Let's see. Max Crosby's made the highest non-quarterback. That's insane.
Yeah, that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
Max Crosby's good, but
Max Crosby's not gonna. And then I saw on the way in they're releasing Gardner Minshew, so they don't have any quarterback on their roster now. So is Max Crosby gonna have to play a couple different positions?
Well, and for a minute I thought that they were gonna be able to go and get Stafford, and then he did end up re-signing with the Rams. He had the meeting with Brady. I thought that Brady was gonna be able to wrangle him away, but.
That was the falling domino that when people were going to start moving is what Stafford did, because I had heard he was going to meet with the Giants, and wherever he didn't go, Darnold was probably going to go because of Minnesota drafted JJ last year in the top. He was a top 10 pick, wasn't he, or just outside the top 10?
McCarthy, I think it was the middle of the first.
Okay. But, you drafted a quarterback in the first round, and they had all intentions on him starting at quarterback and Darnold playing backup, and then...
Selected 10th.
10th, okay. And then so Minnesota had a hell of a year with Darnold, and I don't think they're not going to be able to re-sign him for what he wants, so he's going to have to go somewhere else. And then now Rodgers is in the loop. There's going to be a lot of stuff to happen between here and the first night of the draft. Where veteran quarterbacks are going to go.
Yes, that is for sure. And there might be some.
I was about to say, did you get something just now?
No. I was looking at something else. There might be some spots filled in, kind of that we know will be filled in on draft night. If things don't change.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, it looks like Tennessee is all moving forward with drafting Cam Ward number 1. So unless something changes from here to then, I think it's just going to be who's going to move up, not necessarily move up, but move up into the top 5 to get the quarterback that they want for teams that need a quarterback. Saquon got an extension with the Eagles.
Yeah.
2 years, $47 million, I think? Or was it more?
I don't remember, but it was somewhere in the 40s. Good for him.
Yeah.
The man's getting paid. Just carried them to the Super Bowl and got paid for it. Love Saquon.
The only other thing I saw was the Bears making a big move to try to protect Caleb Williams, going out and getting all-pro guard Joe Tooney, who played here at Alter for 4 years.
Yeah, we'll see. Isn't that weird how many good players come from...
The state of Ohio has produced football players.
A lot of
them. Let's see. There was something else. Or was there anything else that you saw that I didn't bring up?
Well, the Eagles also, they re-signed Zach Bond.
Oh, I did see that.
That is a big. They gave him 3 years, $51 million. So he was their leading tackler last year and was awesome for them. Trying to see. Ooh, Chargers linked to DK. That's a report I'm seeing.
Oh.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. I just saw this. I guess Darnold met with the Raiders, and they offered him 3 years, $125 million.
That's it. 3 years, $125 million. Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
That's a lot for a guy who, I mean, yeah, he had a great season last year, 4,300 passing yards, 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. But I mean, he's not going to give that every year. Especially if he goes to...
I mean, he might, like, he was never in a good situation.
True.
Before. And so...
But, I mean, what is... Oh, they got Brock Bowers. I was about to say, what do the Raiders have? But they got Brock Bowers. They got...
Jacoby Myers. I don't know. They don't have a ton. They're trying to trade Michael Mayer, so they might get something there. They just signed Alex Kappa.
Oh, that's where he went?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. They picked him up today.
Oh.
A couple hours ago.
Let's see. That might be all I really have to say about the NFL. I was just looking at, yeah, they don't really have anybody. I was looking at their receivers, and yeah, they don't really have anybody. Is Isaiah Spiller C.J. Spiller's son?
What? There's no way. No, they just have the same name. There's no way.
Okay.
CJ Spiller's only like, he might be 40. Well, I mean, I guess that means there would be a way, but no.
Yes, it is.
What? They're related?
It's his son.
Huh?
He was born in 87, so that make him 30.
He's 37.
37.
Bro, he had his son when he was 14?
Oh my God.
What?
Wow. Good for him. Oh, well, yeah, you learned something new. I saw the name, I was like, there's no way. And that's why I asked. It's like, well, you would know before me. Huh. Well, I'll be damned. C.J. Spiller's got a kid in the league. I guess we are kind of at the, I mean, you've seen kids, they're players we watch, their kids are going into college and at the end of college.
Wait. Where did you see that they're related?
I Googled it.
Wikipedia says that's wrong.
C.J. Spiller's son is Isaiah Spiller.
Yeah, but okay, but when you look at Isaiah Spiller's, it says that he is not related to CJ Spiller. Okay, it says Spiller wears number 28 as a tribute to former NFL running back CJ Spiller, who played for 5 teams over 8 years. The two are not related, but Isaiah often watches CJ's highlights and imagines him in the NFL. I don't think that's true.
I just go to C.J. Spiller's and see if he has any kids.
I think Google AI lied.
Damn him! Aren't they supposed to lead the world in a couple of years? They can't be lying and shit.
But anyways,
I think that will do it. That does it for me for football. I don't think I have anything else to add on to that. Just go through and make sure Shifty didn't post anything. No.
And I just read that he has one kid, and it's a girl.
Okay. Damn you, Google AI. All right, so we're going over to the NBA now?
Sure.
All right. News. So I guess we can just start with where you kind of started us off.
Oh, actually, real quick, before we do that, the whole Brown saga with Myles Garrett.
Oh, that's right. 2 weeks ago, we did report that he wanted out.
Yeah, and Brown's defensive end Myles Garrett is unwilling to negotiate on a contract extension with the organization. His agent says that they have apparently slammed the door shut on any discussions, per Mary Kay Cabot. This is a meme that I saw, so I'll maybe send it to you, and you can put it in post. Garrett remains firm on the no that he no longer wants it in Cleveland. And someone said, "Let's trade him to the worst team in the league just for the hell of it." And someone responded,
You can't trade him to his own team.
"Dude wants to trade himself to the Browns."
Ooh. Whoever gets him is going to get. Their defense is going to improve by far. So hopefully he doesn't go to. Well, I don't want to see him go to Kansas City. I don't want to see him go to Baltimore or Pittsburgh, because those are the three teams I don't really like out of the AFC.
And then I suppose I should have vetted this before I decided to bring this up, but this is kind of NFL and baseball. Evidently, Travis Hunter. Huh?
As Andy's throwing curveballs, not even letting me know.
Evidently, Travis Hunter said that playing wide receiver and cornerback is harder than pitching and hitting, like Shohei. If that is true, I hate that guy. I mean, it's just one of the wildest things I've ever heard. And
I can tell now that
John Heyman, in response, said no one in their right mind believes that.
No. I can tell right now that is, hitting a baseball is 1,000 times harder than catching a football. I mean, you've got a baseball coming at you. What is the mound? The mound is
60, is it? I'm not 100% sure.
Yes, it's 60 feet 6 inches from home plate to the pitcher's mound. So you just take an average fastball, we'll just say at 95 miles an hour. A baseball batter has to determine within probably, I'll say 3 milliseconds to read the pitch, determine if he's going to swing or not. No, I'm sorry. I hope that's not true, because he's going to piss off a lot of people.
Yeah, I think it's crazy.
I'm gonna see if I can find it. I'll pull up the sports science, and I'll put it in there, and put it in post and let people see that. Andy, that's what we need to do. We need to go back and redo sports science, because I love that topic that Sports Center used to have.
Everything I'm seeing is saying that it's true.
Oh God! Hopefully
saying that he said it.
Hopefully he doesn't go to a baseball town.
That doesn't, bro. Like, you're a great athlete. Let's not be insane.
Yeah.
But okay. Anyways.
All right, now on to NBA. You just want to start with the Dallas saga? I mean, I'm sure if you looked at a live look at Dallas, I think the city's on fire, because everything is burning to the ground around the Mavericks organization now.
Dude, like, they traded Luka.
AD got hurt, and he He's not out for the year, but he's out for an extended period of time.
Well,
Oh, I
so
missed something?
all three of their big men got hurt. Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, and
AD.
Oh yeah, AD.
Oh, I thought the other two were hurt before he got there.
No.
Oh.
All three of them got hurt since.
Oh, shit.
Okay, and then Kyrie tears his ACL the other night.
Oh,
that was
God.
awful.
Yes.
Non-contact too from what they said. I didn't actually see the video, but because I don't like watching that stuff. But I did see him shoot the free throws. Toughness, love it.
Oh, it's like Kobe rupturing his Achilles, shooting the free throws and walking off. No.
I don't think it's quite as bad because I've done a lot of knee damage. I don't think it's quite as bad. I mean, I wouldn't think so.
And like Jim blew his Achilles and he tried to stand up and he couldn't feel it.
I couldn't imagine doing that. Nope, don't sound fun. But anyways, love the toughness. But so then, after I think it was the day after, maybe two after the Kyrie injury news dropped that AD might just call it quits on the season so that he can just work on being healthy for next year. Because what are they actually going to do with no Kyrie? Like, sure, they can make the playoffs, but they're not going on a run without Kyrie. That's not happening. And
they might not even make the playoffs.
And then to compound even more on top of that, Mavs announced, I think it was the same day as that, or maybe the very next day after that they're raising the ticket prices like 8.5%.
Oh,
the season ticket prices.
God, your conspiracy theory is right. The city of Dallas is going to piss them off, not renew their contract with the county, and they're going to move to Vegas and be the team in Vegas for the.
I think it just seems like they're doing everything in their power to just.
What are you trying to find?
Just needle, just needle at them. You know, just poking the bear. It just, man. I don't know. It seems as though Operation Destroy the Mavericks was a thing, and they might have just completed the operation.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for Kyrie. And did you see, you probably didn't, but did you see that Kyrie was like in a live stream or something like at some point after since his injury, and Luka hopped in the live stream, and I don't know what he said word for word, but the gist of it was, hope you get better soon, bro. Leave that shitty organization.
Oh, you meant hopped on like as the comment. I thought you meant like appeared in the lives like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But no, just come. Oh, damn. No, I didn't see that. I tell you what, Dallas shit has hit the fan since Mark Cuban sold his majority stake.
Well, and remember that was also part of the conspiracy that Mark Cuban. However this thing shakes out, whether they stay in Dallas or whether they go, that he's going to step in and save things. That's kind of how it ends. So I don't know. I have no clue, dude. It's all crazy. I just feel bad for Mavs fans.
Yeah. So I was looking, Dallas, they are the 10th seed. They're last in the play-in. They are 3 games ahead of Phoenix for the last play-in spot. I don't think Clay can keep them above water to stay in the play-in tournament by himself.
No.
Not with all the injuries.
No, not at all.
And see, I don't even think I think it was after the last show we did that Wemby's out for the season.
Yeah.
Because was it blood clotting in his shoulder?
Yeah. Yep. That kind of made me sad. You go and you finally go and get him a real co-star, and then he gets hurt. But I don't remember exactly what the circumstances were that afforded the Spurs 30 years ago to end up acquiring David Robinson, and then a couple years later acquiring Tim Duncan. But oh man, as a Spurs fan, how the stars may be aligning to go and get Cooper Flagg. Oh, buddy.
That'd be 2 years.
Could you imagine that?
No. That'll be
De'Aaron
insane.
Fox Cooper Flag,
And
Wemby. With all those role players around it, oh my goodness, I am getting excited, dude. Like I saw, right after I saw the Wemby news, I was sad, and then I was scrolling on either Facebook or Twitter, and I saw a picture of Wemby and Cooper Flag standing next to each other, and I was like, no. It's like it completely changed my day.
Yeah, that'll be insane.
We'll see what happens. But,
Oh, and then the Spurs announced that Pop won't be back this year, and he might not be back at all
yeah, that's...
after having that stroke. He's old. He's been there forever. He's won all their championships.
He said he's going to try and be back next year. Oh, and to be clear, I found the meme. Lucas said, "Get better, leave that organization." So I guess
it's turning into a shitty
I was going to say, I guess I
organization.
editorialized a little bit. My bad. But I was saying how Luka really felt.
Right. I tell you what, though, the last show we did, we were talking about standings, and we'll get into that. But the Lakers are like the 5. They're all the way up to the 2 seed.
Yeah,
They're
dude.
stringing
So,
together some
okay,
wins.
for like the last month, they've actually played amazing defense. Mm-hmm. Like, and I don't exactly know how they're doing it, but they got a bunch of good role players around the 2 best shot creators in the game. You know? Like, they're going to be formidable offensively no matter what, and I don't know how they're going to do it defensively in the playoffs. But, you know, they're making it work in the regular season, and that they're getting close to home court. I mean, they at least have home court
For 2 rounds?
Yeah, if things start right now through the first 2 rounds. And so, it's crazy, man, because they don't have a center. But the Lakers are just moving along, and
8-2 their last 3.
their last 10.
10. 7 in a row.
Yeah, that'd be weird if they were 8-2 in their last 3 games.
Be impressive. I haven't really. What has Butler done since he's went to?
So real quick, did you hear about the trade idea where the Mavs approached the Timberwolves first about Anthony Edwards?
No.
And they turned him down, so that's why they went to the Lakers. How much different would that be? Kyrie and Ant?
That would have been insane.
And then, yeah, sure, Kyrie's hurt now, but it's one of those things where domino effect, it doesn't...
It might not have happened.
It might not have happened, and dude, that's wild. I mean... So, anyways, what were you saying?
I was like, I haven't really seen anything about. I was kind of looking to see how Butler's done since he's went to the Warriors, because I haven't really seen anything. I mean, they've moved out of the play-in, and they're at least in the 6th seed now. I was just looking. 19 the other night, 13, 5, 6, 18, 17, 20. I guess I got to look at the date to make sure that they weren't during when he was not playing. So no, it doesn't look like he's doing bad. I guess I gotta go look and see if what their actual record.
When actually, also, I would just like to say about the Lakers, Jackson Hayes, you know, he hasn't been like a world beater, but he's been pretty good since AD's left. I don't know exactly when AD left, but
it's the beginning of February.
In February, he averaged 7.5 points a game and up to 5 rebounds, which is a tick up. And then it's only been 2 games, but in March, scoring 12.5 points and 8.5 rebounds. So, you know, as he's getting more time, he's starting to improve. I still don't think he's tough enough to be like a mainline center for a real contender, but at the same time,
See, I thought
Who
that name
knows?
sounded familiar.
Jackson Hayes?
Yes.
Yeah, from Texas.
From
way
Moeller.
back when.
He went to Moeller.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I was
okay.
like, that name sounds familiar, and then I looked it up. Yeah. Fairmont played them in a district championship at UD. Well, Jackson Hayes had layup dunk lines in that championship because he was unstoppable.
Well, he's 7 foot tall, so.
Yeah, well, he wasn't 7 foot in high school, but damn near close
I
enough.
was going to say, he was
But yeah.
close.
I thought that sounded familiar, and I wanted to make sure before I come out and said it. But yeah, I thought he looked familiar.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Ugh.
Shout out to the hometown kid, even though you play for the
Moeller
Lakers.
gets mentioned twice in this show.
Oh
with
my
Sam
goodness.
Hubbard.
Wow. Well, and shoot, since you just brought him up again, okay, frickin', I saw this a moment ago, and I will find it and send it to you, or maybe you can just find it. His last career snap for the Bengals was a touchdown pass, or was a touchdown catch.
From Joe against Carolina.
I'm not 100% sure. I just saw the video earlier.
Oh, was it the video on Facebook?
Yeah.
Then yeah, I did
It's
see
like
that.
the Bengals CBS page or whatever. Yeah. So that's awesome. How many defensive linemen score 2 touchdowns in a career? Not a lot.
I think J.J. Watt had 4.
Well, I mean, that's J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't happen a ton.
What position was Mike Vrabel?
I have no
He was
clue.
offensive line, but he had 12 catches in his career for 12 touchdowns.
Oh, my goodness. That's insane.
Yeah. All right. Good Lord, Cleveland has really extended that lead. Unless I just haven't really been paying attention.
It's been starting to get pushed out there a little bit. We've kind of had an up and down regular season.
Okay.
Well, and like in the Cavs game, so we didn't have Porzingis and we didn't have Drew Holiday, but we got up on them 25-3
Shit.
in the first quarter, and yeah.
The hell did you let that go?
Just kind of. Well, everyone else cooled off. Jason Tatum didn't. He had like 46. He had a crazy stat line. Hang on, real quick, because I just looked something else up, and I'm gonna take a screenshot of that because I'm gonna use it as a trivia question later.
Damn it, we gotta get back on. I gotta bring out trivia questions again. Let me see.
Well, hey, it just kind of came up earlier.
Was it the game at the end of February? You lost 120. Okay. Let me pull up the stats.
It was a close one, but we were not able to.
Oh shit! Tatum had 46.
Yeah, he went
16
crazy.
boards, almost a triple double.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And nine assists.
What the hell is Hauser doing starting? Somebody hurt?
Well, I said, did you not listen to me? I said that
You said Porzingis.
Andrew Holiday
Oh,
both didn't play.
damn! Brown had 37.
Yeah, the stars shined. That's for sure for us. But it was just they didn't have a ton of help outside of them too. I mean, Derek White shows up every single night, but
6 total bench points. That's hurt you. You had what? 17, 20,
it was
30,
It was
35 from the bench on
It was
Cleveland.
18 points, not from Brown, Tatum, and White.
Oh,
Only 18 total points. Excuse me, I did my math
17.
wrong. 17, yeah.
Shit, that's even worse. That is not good.
No, not at all. And I'm kind of shocked that Torrey Craig. I watched a good chunk of the game, but I wasn't able to watch the whole thing. I'm shocked that Torrey Craig didn't get more minutes. I like him as a player, and we picked him up a few weeks, maybe a month ago, and he's a good wing defender. Can shoot the ball a little bit, and he only played 3 minutes, so I'm a little surprised by that. I think he'll be a playoff piece for us probably. So then, like I said, a couple games later, turned things around. Or actually, it was the very next game against Denver, and was able to win that one, as we still didn't have the full complement, but we're able to win that one. And it's kind of annoying in a game where your 3 best players give you, what was that? Over 100 points. It was 100. Is what, 99 points or something?
47, 36, and 16. That's over 100. Is it?
The Celtics scored 116, and they got 17 bench points. So
99.
They scored 99 points from your 3 best players, and you lose. And then you turn around, and the next game, Jason Tatum, he didn't have like a terrible game. Well, actually, no, my bad, he did. He was 4 of 15. Ooh. 16 points. Jaylen Brown had 22, had a bad shooting night as well, 6 of 15. Derek White didn't have as bad of a shooting night, but wasn't a great shooting night either. Knocked down 5 threes, though. I mean, that guy just knocks them down all the time. But had 17. They are not nearly as efficient that night, and you're able to beat the Nuggets. And I kind of like how Boston played them defensively. They were able to knock down 12 threes, but if Russell Westbrook is shooting 8 of those threes,
you take that.
Right.
How many did he make?
2 of them.
Oh.
So
God.
I'll take it. Christian Brown, my bad. I like him, but is he really a great 3-point shooter? No. He is a good 3-point shooter. Shoots at 36%, but.
He hit those 2 back-to-back in Kansas's national championship game that really put him on the map, because he was kind of just not bench, but he would have been the bottom of your starting 5, and then he hit those 2 threes when they won the championship, and that really propelled him up, and then he had a great combine.
Well, and then he had a great finals. Because he was his rookie year was the year that they were in the finals, and he had a bunch of huge plays. Came up huge in the playoffs. But they haven't been the same since KCP, since the one title year with KCP, because he was knocking down everything that year, and you couldn't leave. You almost couldn't double Jokic, because between him and Murray and Porter, they were knocking down everything. And so if you collapsed it all, then one of those guys would get an open shot, and I still think Denver has a really good chance to make a finals run, but it almost feels like you need more from Jokic, and you just need for Jokic to be like great all the time, like all the time, and he is most of the time.
But he's got to have help.
Yeah, well, and I'm not trying to say that he doesn't have help.
Right.
But the West is tough, man.
It is. And I was watching, I think it was Get Up the other night, or I was listening to it before I went to work, and they were talking about how, like, Murray hasn't been himself since that finals run and all that, but they can see, I forget who was talking, but they can see, like, he's kind of going back into that, what he was leading up to the playoffs in that finals run.
He has been great this year. Scoring 21 points per game, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, shooting at 47.5% from the field and 40% from 3. So he's definitely getting it done. I think they were missing someone the other night, though. Was Gordon not playing? So that definitely affected things a little bit. Your man Julian Strother, freaking nice role player off the bench for them. So yeah, Russ isn't normally a starter, but that doesn't make their defense, but that doesn't make their shooting any better, having Aaron Gordon out there. So makes the defense better, but
is Aaron Gordon going to shoot 8 threes like Russ?
No. So I guess that's a thing, but
yeah.
So yeah, even though Cleveland has a sizable lead on us, I don't know how much that matters.
Right.
They will have home court, and I think it'll be a tough series. I don't think that Boston will walk all over them, especially with the evolution of.
Well, getting Hunter was huge for them.
Getting Hunter was big, and I think that was a huge step. But also, Evan Mobley taking a huge. The playoffs last year for him was so big. He took a big step because, let me look at the yearly stats, but he was scoring, like his rookie year, he scored 15 points a game, had 8 rebounds and a block and a half. And then last year, he scored 15 and a half points a game, 9 and a half rebounds, and a block and a half. Like, there was no growth. And then he had a spectacular playoffs, and I feel like it really, gave him a huge confidence boost. And he's not out here killing everybody this year, but he's up to 18 and a half points a game, still at the 9 and a half rebounds and the 1.5 blocks. But that he's being a lot more assertive offensively, and he looks more comfortable, and he's shooting. I mean, I think he's always shot a very good percentage. Yeah, he has. And he's even started shooting a few more threes, and he's knocking those down too. Not at the highest rate, but over 36%. So I love Evan Mobley, and him and Hunter, I think are real keys, because as much as I do love Allen, he's a great defender and a great rebounder, but he doesn't bring a ton offensively. No. Those two guys are able to stretch the floor offensively. Mobley somewhat offensively, but defensively they're also able to stretch the floor because they're long, they're lanky, they're really good defenders, and you need that. You need a lot of that when your best player is Donovan Mitchell, because he's not the biggest guy in the world. He always surprises me with his size, though, because I was thinking he was 6'2". He's actually 6'3". But not the world's best rebounder, or right. Excuse me, the world's best defender is what I meant to say. So when you got guys like them behind him and Garland, Garland taking another step forward this year. Gotta love the transformation that he's had. And I didn't know a few years ago, when they moved on from Sexton, if they made the right move with keeping Garland and moving Sexton. 1,000% the right move. 1,000%. Up to 21 points per game this season, really taking a big share of the scoring load, over 6.5 rebound or assist rather a game, and he's shooting it efficiently too. And he took a big jump from the 3-point line up to over 42% from there. Yeah. Well, that's something I talked about most of the season when we have talked basketball and talked Cavs basketball, is the fact that they're not necessarily taking a lot more threes this season, but they're taking better threes this season, and they're knocking down a higher percentage of them. So, I think that kind of makes sense. You take better shots, you'll make more of them. So, just as a whole, they've been doing a better job from 3 and just making everything offensively go smoother. They're a good team. If that's what the Eastern Conference Finals is, that'll be crazy. I'm going to hope and pray that Porzingis is healthy, because we are going to need him big time to be able to knock off the Cavs.
Well, that's what?
If no one gets hurt,
20 games left, right?
It's 82, so
51 and 10, so that's 62. Yeah, 20 games left. Season seems like it's went by fast.
Man, basketball season just flies by sometimes. By this point, half of it's gone by the time football season's over, and then there's a lot of stuff to talk about over the winter. And we missed a handful of shows because of scheduling conflict.
Because of basketball.
Yeah, basketball and other stuff. Yeah, that's for sure.
So let's go. You want to start in the East, or you want to start in the West? Anybody move up or down, you think, seeding-wise, or make a push into the playoffs that are out? Good Lord, Orlando has really dropped off. I know they're missing, because Banchero's not back yet, is he?
I thought he was.
Oh. I haven't really paid attention. I knew when he hurt himself, I didn't remember how long he was going to be out. But I feel like they've dropped it.
Yeah, so at this point, I feel like the Mavs are going to drop out.
Yeah.
But I don't know who's going to replace them. Because with no Wemby, I don't think the Spurs will do that. Because they're back. They're 5 games behind. Mm-hmm. And things are not hunky-dory in
Phoenix?
Phoenix, yeah. That is not a happy family over there.
No, what did I miss?
I mean, Kevin Durant wants out, and like I've just seen a bunch of videos lately of like him being frustrated on the court. Like he punched one of his teammates the other day.
Oh shit, he pulled a Draymond.
He didn't like sucker punch him in the face, but like I don't know, he's kind of like pushing him to go in the right direction, and like he pushed him with his fist. Like it was like in the back or something. Not like he hurt the guy, but like, and then I saw a video of him like someone played defensive, had a bad. I think Mason Plumlee might have come to set him a screen, and he screwed up the spacing, and he passed the ball away, and he just started screaming like.
Ooh.
So he wants out, and so they're just gonna blow that whole thing up, and
I remember.
It almost feels like they're sitting there. Just waiting, counting the days. Ready, guys? 1, 2, 3, Cancun.
Well, I mean, Joker's doing that too, so he can go back home, so he can be with his racehorses.
Yeah, but Joker's gonna try and win the title.
Oh yeah.
Before he gets to go and hang
I don't
out
know.
with his
You remember
horses.
when they won the title?
I know that's all he wanted to do. He's like, I'm done. It's
no,
time
you
to
got
go
the
see my
victory
horses.
parade. What? That was the best post game. Huh? I don't want to do that. So, are you saying is it going to be Portland's going to replace Dallas?
No, I'm definitely not saying that. I don't know what's going to happen. It's got to. I guess logically it has to be Memphis. I see. Houston. Why can I not say the right name? Phoenix.
Okay.
I guess logically it has to be Phoenix, but. Or maybe they somehow make it. But, I mean, they're going to be toast against whoever they play in their first game, I guess. As things currently sit, that would be...
Minnesota?
No, that would be the Clippers.
Yeah, that's right. I thought it was 7 plays 10, but no.
So, yeah, I just don't know. I mean, the top...
The West is hard for a reason.
The top, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7. The top 7 teams in the West, I think, are really good. And the rest of them aren't, in my opinion.
It's more than half. No. Yeah, you took the top half, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and I think those teams are good. And like Sacramento, they have a collection of good players. But I don't know how that works. Like, it just feels weird to me. DeMar DeRozan and Sabonis and
who?
Harrison Barnes, right? They still got him.
I believe somebody just got sent there in one of the trades.
Wasn't that DeMar?
Oh, that's right.
Or Levine.
Levine.
Yeah. It just... I don't know how that works.
And they got a shit ton of picks the next 2 years too.
It's weird. That just feels like a strange mix to me. So, because it feels like old school basketball. Mm-hmm. What's his name's not a good shooter. Levine's not a good shooter.
Nobody's a good shooter for Sacramento.
So. Yeah, I don't see if there's much movement there. And then if you're asking me the same question about the East.
Yeah, we'll go up East.
Seeding can change with the playoff teams. It feels set to me. I mean, Chicago, they could continue to slide because they...
Oh, God. They are 2-8 their last 10.
Because they traded, like...
Everything. They traded away their offensive pieces.
I mean, they still got Kobe White and Boo.
Levine wasn't the biggest offense, but I mean, it was a big part.
So yeah, they could continue to slide, but who's going to go up there and take it from them?
Not Philadelphia.
Yeah, that just seems like it's a big problem.
I don't think Brooklyn will.
I guess it could. Well, no, excuse me. It would have to be Brooklyn, or
Toronto.
Who did Toronto just trade for?
Ingram.
But how far back are they?
4.
4 games. Maybe they could get hot and do something. It's just it kind of does feel like the playoffs are set. We're just looking at seeding how things are going to shake out. That's crazy.
They do play the Raptors twice in their last 20 games.
Who?
Chicago. So I mean, if the Raptors win both of those, that could cut the lead in half, or cut it from 4 to 2.
I tell you what, I didn't know if the Pistons were ever going to get good
bring
again.
that up. I did not know that they were going to go from, because they had the first pick, right?
No. Well, I don't remember. I know they had the worst record.
Right. And then I think they're 20 wins better than what they were last year, and they're 8 games up above 500, and they're out of the play-in tournament and in the playoffs.
Yeah, the 6th seed.
I never thought that.
Hey, Cade Cunningham has been awesome this year. Over 25 points a game, 6 rebounds, 9.5 assists.
Shit.
Oh my goodness, he's a better passer than what I ever thought he'd be. Great for him.
He was good.
Shooting 46% from the field, 35.9% from 3. He's a good free throw shooter. Jaden Ivey, I thought that they were, if I am remembering him as the right guy, I thought they were going to give up on him last year. Because as the season went on, I think his playing time might have started to dwindle, but he's been their second leading scorer so far this year. He's been awesome as well. Yep, he is the right guy because he doesn't have a great shooting percentage. Oh, wait. No. I was looking at the wrong stat. He's shooting 41% from 3. If you're shooting 41% from the field, that's not great. Shooting 41% from 3, that's amazing. And so, yeah, he's shooting 40.9% from 3. So
46 from the field.
Yeah, so just round up a little bit. He's been good. Malik Beasley, I didn't think that he was going to be this kind of a guy. He's probably playing, is he starting for them or is he playing 6th man? He's playing 6th man for him, scoring over 16.5 points a game. And he's been in the league for a long time, been a nice piece for a lot of different teams. A couple years ago, scored a ton of points for Minnesota. And he was, he's kind of bounced around for the last couple years, but back up to 16 points per game.
Off the bench.
Yeah, off the bench. Doing a great job. And I think most of his career he's been
6th.
A 6-man type guy, except for the 1 year in Minnesota where he scored 20 a game. He had a couple of years in Minnesota where he scored 20 a game, but...
Was that when Middleton got hurt early and had to step in?
Minnesota, not Milwaukee.
Oh.
But, well, and then he didn't even play a ton in the... Were those COVID years?
That might have been.
Yeah, because one was 2021, and it was
Who's
only
the coach of Detroit?
36 games. So I think one of those was a COVID year, but he was good. But yeah, they got a bunch of... I'm not sure who the coach is, because they did have Monty, but they fired him, right?
After 1 year.
So that's something else. the Lakers tried to go and get Jalen Duran from the Pistons, and when that didn't work out, that's when they pivoted to go and get Mark Williams from the Hornets. That would have been huge that would have been a huge blow to the Pistons. That would have been huge for the Lakers, though, because Jalen Duran's been a really good player.
J.B. Bickerstaff.
Doesn't have, like, the craziest stats in the world, but, so the Cavs old coach. Yeah, he was with the Cavs last year.
Okay.
Doesn't have the maybe not last year, but
2 years ago.
a couple years ago, yeah. But Jalen Duran, 11 points per game, 10 rebounds, and a block and a half a game. And he's 2 inches shorter than Jackson Hayes. He stands at only 6'10", but he's 250 pounds. That's 30 pounds more than Jackson Hayes. Yeah. So that would have been, and he's a really nice player. I've liked him for a long time. I think his scoring has stepped back this year, but that's because they're so much better. Yeah, he scored almost 14 points per game last season, but the team took a huge step forward. I don't think he's taken a step back. It's just
everybody else is caught up.
They got better, and so he doesn't have to do as much. And I mean, he's become a better defender. His passing numbers are up a little bit, and he's actually way more efficient. He shot 61% last year from the field. He shot 70% from the field this year.
Dang.
Yeah, man is efficient.
So, let's see, who would that have them playing in the first round?
Well, if nothing changed, they would get
Milwaukee?
New York.
New York.
Yeah.
They could upset them because we know how Thibodeau coaches. His team always falls apart in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's... And Cat, he's kind of dealt with some injuries in his career, and Jalen Brunson, he's not like the world's biggest guy. Like, I'm a big Jalen Brunson dude, but that doesn't make him physically any bigger.
No. What, just because you're a big fan? No.
Yeah, right. So yeah, that wouldn't be shocking. That could be, dude. The playoffs this year could be a lot of fun. I mean, let's just preview where the first round would be as things currently stand.
All right, we going east first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Why not? Cavs, Orlando.
That'll just be fun to watch.
So Orlando's got size that can fight with them, and the Cavs, their offense is so much better than Orlando's. And Orlando's got like a long way to go. And they're young and they'll get a lot better. But that could be a pretty entertaining series because, like I said, they have the size to kind of play with the Cavs. The second round would be Celtics and Heat, which I hate Miami.
You hate that.
I hate Miami. But no Jimmy Butler, I actually feel a lot better. I wouldn't be too scared about that.
Okay.
Especially because this healthy Celtics team, there are very few teams that scare me. Then we just talked about New York and Detroit. That would be fun. And then Milwaukee and Indiana.
All right.
And I haven't checked in on Indiana in a while. Halliburton is still not back up to where he... And I don't know if he ever will be, sadly. Right. I hope it's just something that has taken him forever to get back there. I mean, it's not like he's been bad this year, just the numbers aren't where they were the first half of last year. I mean, he's down to 18.5 points a game versus the 20 he was last year. He's down a percentage or two shooting from the field, but he's actually up a few percentage points from three. So maybe he's just being more efficient. But the assist numbers have taken a huge drop. So like, I feel like there's still, like, he hasn't gotten all of that athleticism back. So I hope he can get there because he, in my opinion, he had a chance to be one of the greatest passers of all time. And one of the things that takes is just obscene volume of assist. And he's still averaging almost 9 assists a game this year, but like the first half of last year, he was averaging 12 and a half. You know, and he's doing everything. And so I hope he's able to rebound and get back to that guy.
All right, so I went through. I got the Cavs and the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. The way that it all stands out today.
Yeah, I don't think I would disagree. I would still say though about the.
I think it could be a coin flip either, on who would win that series.
If we're healthy.
If you're healthy,
if
yes.
Porzingis is healthy, I think we win.
Yeah. If
not, we'll see. We'll see.
So let's look out west. So out west, you'd have OKC and.
Well, just real quick before we do go there, we didn't really talk about the Bucks yet. I love that Kyle Kuzma addition for them. He still hasn't, like, the numbers haven't really improved a bunch, but I think he gives them another versatile wing defender who hasn't been, injured a lot, and he starts knocking down shots at some point. Like he'll help them stretch the floor. They just need enough defense and shooting around Giannis and Dame, because Giannis still, 30.8 points a game, shooting 60.4% from the field. That's insane. And Dame, over 25 points a game, shooting 44% from the field. And oh wait, it's Dame. He's also shooting 37.5% from three, knocking down everything in sight. And then how the heck did Bobby Portis become a 36% shooter? What in the world is going on?
He's just taking them and making them.
I've always liked that guy, man. Bobby Portis is a dude.
Ooh, so then, right now we'll look at the West.
Oh yes, that's right, the West.
You got the Thunder. They would be the 1 seed. They would go against Sacramento. I don't think Sacramento's weirdness of what this season's been will help them at all. I think the Thunder will win that one easily.
Yeah, that could be a bloodbath.
Yeah.
That one could be ugly.
They'll get a lot of rest between who they'd have to play next.
Right.
You got Lakers. They would go against the Timberwolves. If that defense can continue for what the Lakers have, I think that could be another sweep or win in 5.
Yeah, well, that would be really interesting because they don't have anyone to defend Anthony Edwards unless LeBron just says, I'm just gonna, screw the offense. I'm just gonna play defense this series. And even if LeBron says screw the offense, he'd still trip up and get 28 and 8, freaking.
Right.
But I feel like the size could be an issue, and the size is not nearly as intimidating this year. Now that it's
Cat's gone.
Now that it's Randall instead of Cat, but that's a series that could cause them big issues because Jackson Hayes is 220 pounds, and I am going to Julius Randle is 250. Rudy Gobert is 260.
Jackson Hayes going to be tossed around like a doll.
Could definitely happen. Oh, yeah, and let's not forget that their third best player is their backup center, who's 6'9", 264 pounds. Naz Reid? That could be, the size is going to be the Lakers' biggest issue. Next series.
You have the Nuggets, and they take on the Warriors. That one would be fun to watch. The Lakers just hope if they can get out of Minnesota, that game takes 7 and they just beat each other up.
So what wins? The size of Jokic, the size and athleticism of the Mavs, Of the Nuggets, I am just
Mavs are
all
not in there.
over the place, dude. I can't talk today. But the size and the athleticism of the Nuggets, or the Steph Curry and the Jimmy Butler, and Draymond just being annoying. I mean,
I would side with the size of the Nuggets.
well, and like, I think I agree with you, and
Because, I mean, who the hell knows when Jokic is just going to pull up and shoot those miracle threes that he always seems to make.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can defend him down low, but if he's coming up the court and just catch and shoot a three, you can't defend that.
But can they defend him down low? Well, and here's something else. I do not think that Draymond can get in his head. Jokic is a big goofball.
Yeah.
Like I
I don't think anything bothers him.
right.
Unless you start talking shit about his racehorse, then you
no,
might piss him off.
Don't forget someone, the Morris brothers. That don't forget that little fracas.
Oh, I forgot about that.
He pushed one. Did he push Jokic in the back or one of Jokic's teammates? I don't remember. And then Jokic went and leveled him. He turned his back, and Jokic was like, I don't know why you did that, dummy.
I remember that. God, I forgot about it until you said it.
And then there was the family feud on Twitter.
Yeah.
Exchanging blows. And don't mess with the big Slovenians. Right?
No, I would.
Right? Serbians. Yeah, there you go.
European, Icelandic, white people.
No. They're nowhere near Iceland.
Yeah, they're big, tall, and white.
They're way far south. I'll have to show you a map later, buddy.
But yeah, I would side with the Nuggets.
Not like Southern Hemisphere, let's be clear, but they're not anywhere near Iceland.
No. And then you got the Grizz and the Rockets, and the other one.
Well, that one would just be exciting.
How many technical fouls is Thompson going to get in this game, in that series? He's been, suspended? I think he's been suspended twice
Oh, really?
this season for like a game or two because he's pushing people, and he just got his, I don't know what is the rule for how many technicals you
16?
get? Yeah, he just got his 16th technical, and he got suspended for that. But yeah, he's just,
I didn't know that.
this is what, his second year? Or no, is he a rookie?
It's a second year.
Second year.
So I did see that notification, but I forgot that he's gotten a ton of texts. I
forget
didn't
what
know that
team
he's
they were
been pushing
playing.
people, but
He was trying to box out, and he just ripped his arm down. I forget what team they were playing, but he just ripped him down from their arm. And yeah, see him try to do that against Joker, and it might be a whole nother family wars with the Thompson twins and Joker online.
So I really like this Rockets team. Not because I don't think they're ready yet. I think they're starting to get close. They have 8 different players scoring in double figures.
Damn. I think the last time we really looked at them, you told me
so
they were
so
at
one of those guys
6.
has only played one game.
Oh. Who the hell is that guy? Nafali Dante. And if I butchered that, I'm sorry.
But I just like.
But I mean, you could still say, because I mean, he's at 9 points. Whitmore. He's at 9.4. So I mean, that's almost double figures. So I mean, they do have virtually 8.
Dude, they're so deep. They got.
Oh my God! Just see that. They have a.
They only score 112 points a game, so it's not like they're necessarily running everyone out of the gym. But it's like each night, it's every night. It's a different set of dudes. Mm-hmm. One night it's Jalen and Jalen Green and Van Vliet and Thompson, and then the next night it's Dylan Brooks and Sengun and Whitmore, and then the next night it's another 3 of them, and
Thompson's getting a technical foul.
Well, that happens almost every night, I guess. But and then when you go and you look at Memphis, like, I'm so happy that Ja is back and out of trouble. Just stay chill, bro.
Yeah.
Because
Don't go live on Instagram.
Because it was not cool. Them not being good for like the last year or so. Because they got the talent.
Yeah.
They got the talent, and they were just waiting for him to come back and not go crazy. Not do weird stuff on Instagram Live.
Don't go live on Instagram.
Yeah. You know, there's Jaren Jackson, Bane, Luke Kennard's there, frickin'.
Another hometown kid mentioned.
I go down
full of them all today.
Dude, I go down on Tuesday nights to my uncle's church. His church is in Franklin, and this is hope he doesn't see this. There's this annoying old guy that come and hangs around. Hey, I'm sure he won't see it. There's this annoying old guy who come hangs around. He was talking about Luke Kennard last night, and I was like, yeah, I know he's from here. I wasn't born yesterday.
No basketball though. Luke Kennard's there.
So.
Probably got a sign going into Franklin that Luke Kennard's
I seen him hit 90 in a row. Yeah, so is everyone else around here, buddy.
Yeah. Side note, greatest player, I think, in high school basketball in Ohio history to never win a district title.
That's crazy.
With the teams that he had, yeah, never got out of districts.
Yeah, that's pretty spectacular. Not in a good way.
Yeah. So if this stays the way it is, I mean, so if you're looking at a Nuggets Lakers or a Nuggets Warriors second round matchup. We've seen what, and I know it's completely different Laker teams, but we've seen what Denver has done to the Lakers the last 2 years in the playoffs. What, lost one time?
Yeah, and
I know it's completely. They didn't have Luka.
This is a lot different. And they recently played too, like a couple days ago. Hang on, let me go find it. The Lakers won. Did they? I thought they did.
They play on the 19th.
Oh, maybe I was wrong. My bad. Oh, and the Celtics still have a game coming up. On Saturday against the Lakers. So that'll be interesting to see how we match up against that.
It was February 20th. They won 123-100 in Denver.
You said when? January? February 20th? So that was after the trade, right?
Yeah. Shit. Starting five, except for Jackson Hayes, we're all on 20 points for the Lakers. He had 32 from Luka, 23 from Reeves, 25 from James. Rui had 21. Jackson had 4.
And they ran him out of the building.
Gordon had, God, Joker only had 12 points. What the hell?
They ran him out of the building, and they were in Denver.
Yeah. They put the lid on Ball Arena and we got out of there.
Dude, I don't know how the offense is, or how the defense has been able to be so good. I mean, but it has been, and like with LeBron and Luka, just if they're gonna put the pressure on, I mean, that's an automatic 60 right there between the two of them, pretty much.
Most nights, yeah.
Come playoff time, especially, like, and so then role players got to give you 45, 50, 60.
So Reeves can
and
get
half of those
20.
points are going to come from LeBron and Luka assist.
Right. Because they're
going to set them up well.
Reeves could get you 20. Rui could get you a solid 15.
And Reeves is another really good ball handler playmaker.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, it's a tough team.
It is.
Will they have the size? That'll be the question. But what would be more entertaining? Lakers, Nuggets, or
Lakers?
Warriors? Yeah. I mean, because Draymond and Jimmy Butler versus, because those would be the defensive matchups versus Luka and LeBron. I mean,
Who's Draymond guarding? Is he guarding Luka?
I don't know. I would almost think so, because that's the guy whose head you gotta get in the head of. Like If he gets like Luka to draw an offensive foul and starts clapping in his face and just starts talking to him, I can see Luka getting frustrated and making, mistakes. And LeBron being way more veteran, obviously it could still happen, but I feel like LeBron is less prone to falling into those mistakes. So we'll see, dude.
Unless the Warriors sign Lance Stevenson to a 7-day contract for that series.
Oh, good Lord.
Blowing in LeBron's ear.
Here we go again.
But no, I would definitely say the Thunder have an easier path to get to the Western Conference Finals than the Lakers do. Unless, something drastically changes.
For sure. No, they definitely do. Because of the roster limitations that the Lakers have put on themselves because of the AD trade. But
the 2 through 5 can definitely change. There are 3.5 games separating 2 through 5. So they could change up quite a bit.
That is true. That is true.
But yeah, I think that, like you said, I think the East is pretty much set. Maybe Milwaukee and Indy switch places.
I was going to say, there can be some sliding between 3 and 6. There can be a little bit of sliding in there.
Hell, move up. Let Detroit get home court for a round. Let's see if that place can actually sell out.
They could get into the 4 spot with, I don't know if
game back.
I was gonna say if I don't know if everyone plays tonight, but if they win and the other 2 teams lose their next game, they could be right there in the 4 spot easily. So, and then just gotta keep the momentum going, win a couple more, and then they got a chance to slide above New York. Who knows?
Pistons play the Clippers tonight, and Mavericks play the Bucks.
So the Bucks are gonna win.
Yeah. And the Pistons probably will win.
They might. The Clippers, they're not great, but they're also not a walkover team. So, should we have anything else? Do we have any Reds to talk about in the final couple of minutes? Did you have anything you wanted to talk about there?
Not really with the Reds. This is the most optimistic I've been going into a... Shit, they lost 5-3 today. Oh, well, it's preseason. It don't matter. This is the most optimistic I've been going into a season in a long time.
I'm very excited, very optimistic, like you said.
It's just going to be... And I think Francona is definitely the difference maker, but I think it's just that first month of the season is what gets us.
I am going to go to a lot of Reds games this year. I already have my tickets for the Pete Rose Day. I will be taking trips down to Cincinnati all summer long. I am so in. We will have more college football, or some more college football. Man, I am just can't talk at all today. We'll have more football stuff probably next week as we get closer to the start of the new league year and things start to. Well, we're also getting close to draft, so we'll have to talk about that eventually.
Next week's probably going to be all tournament. Because Selection Sunday. No, sorry.
I was going to say that's
2
a couple
weeks.
weeks away.
But next week we'll definitely. Hopefully I can get the conference tournaments printed out, brackets. We can look at that again like we did last year.
Start to go through that. Yep.
It's just this year for college basketball has been up and down. Auburn lost to Texas A&M last night, so number 1 goes down again. Cooper Flagg. Oh God, I don't know if you watched it, but not last game, but the game before, he went down. Looked like he was going to be hurt, but he bounced right up like nothing happened. God damn those 18-year-olds! They can take a twisted knee or a rolled ankle and make it look like nothing happened to them. I do that. I got to walk around with a cane for a week.
He should come.
I'm old, Andy.
You're not that much older than me.
I'm 30.
I'm 27. Come on, Jared.
I thought you were younger than that.
You need to come down and play some basketball with me on Tuesday nights. Make you
I'll ref. You need a ref? I can ref.
It's funny. They kind of count me as the ref. They're like, you announce sports. I was like, well, technically you're correct, sir.
My fat ass ain't making it up and down a court anymore. I will be the definition of cherry picking.
So, all right. I guess that is going to do it for us here on this episode of Play by Play. don't forget to share the show on all the social media platforms and like it. And we'll be back next week. See you guys.